Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on Singapore's free trade zones, engines for global supply chains. My name is Nicolas Noor Muster and I'm really excited to share how Singapore, a small island nation, has built one of the world's most powerful trade systems through its free trade zones. A little bit about me. I'm 18 years old, an economics major and freshman. I am also part of the BU tennis team and originally from Germany. I've had the chance to travel around Asia, to places like Thailand and Bali. Here's what I'll cover in my presentation. I'll start with the localization and an overview of Singapore's global economic role, then define what a free trade zone or FTZ actually is. From there, we'll look at the national and international impacts of FTZs, discuss some challenges Singapore faces, and finally, explore solutions and my conclusion. Let's begin with some quick facts about Singapore. It's a small city-state located at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula, with a total area of just 728 square kilometers and a population of about 5.7 million. Singapore operates as a parliamentary republic and has 4 official languages: English, Mandarin, Malay, and Tamil. Despite its small size, Singapore has managed to become a global economic powerhouse. Singapore is widely recognized as one of the leading business and financial hubs in Asia. The country manages over $3.6 trillion in assets under management, with major investment inflows from Asia Pacific, North America, and Europe. Its pro-business environment, where roughly 25% of companies are foreign-owned, makes it the most convenient entry point to the Asian market. With world-class infrastructure, transparent legal systems, and an international workforce, Singapore offers an ideal base for multinational corporations. It also has strong economic linkages with the United States, supported by the US-Singapore Free Trade Agreement. Over 5,800 US companies operate there, including major players like Morgan Stanley, Apple, and ExxonMobil. Now let's define what a free trade zone actually is. FTZs are special economic areas that offer businesses tax and customs advantages. Within these zones, companies don't need import permits, they don't pay custom duties, and they're exempt from Singapore's 7% goods and services tax. These benefits apply as long as goods stay within the FTZs. Once they're moved into the local market, normal taxes apply. This system simplifies international trade and helps Singapore maintain its reputation as a global logistics hub. At a national level, the impact of FTZs is massive. As you can see through the graphic on the slide, the development of FTZs and the trade sector in Singapore help with the steady positive progression of its GDP. Singapore's trade to GDP ratio is an astonishing 322%, which highlights how much of its economy depends on trade and re-exporting. The logistics sector alone accounts for about 10% of Singapore's GDP, with FTZs playing a key role in building interconnected industrial clusters. They also attract significant foreign direct investments. For example, the Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone contributed to 90% of foreign direct investment inflows in the first quarter of 2025. These investments fuel economic growth and sustain Singapore's position as a world-class trading hub. On the international stage, Singapore's FTZs strengthen global supply chains. The country ranks number 1 in customs clearance efficiency, which boosts global trade connectivity and reduces costs for international companies. FTZs also act as a gateway for global corporations trying to enter the Asian market. In short, these zones don't just benefit Singapore, they help facilitate smoother trade across the entire region and even worldwide. However, there are some serious challenges. Because Singapore's economy is so open and globally connected, it's vulnerable to external shocks like global recessions or disruptions in supply chains. Another concern is that FTZs can become hotspots for illegal activities such as money laundering, since they have fewer trade restrictions and faster transactions. The biggest challenge for policymakers is balancing openness and security, keeping the business environment attractive without compromising national safety. To address these challenges, Singapore focuses on strong legal enforcement. For example, the Corruption, Drug Trafficking, and Other Serious Crimes Act, or CDSA, allows the government to seize profits gained from criminal activities. On the economic side, Singapore works on trade diversification, reducing dependency on just a few markets by building broader trade partnerships. This strategy helps de-risk the economy and lower vulnerability to external shocks. To conclude, Singapore's free trade zones are key engines driving both national growth and international trade. They support logistics, attract foreign investments, and help global companies connect efficiently through Asia. Yet, maintaining a balance between open trade and strong regulation remains crucial. Singapore's success story shows how innovation, legal stability, and diversification can make even a small nation a global powerhouse.